Hello, my audience. Greetings. I'm Jake Allen Gray, my newcomers. I'm reviewing Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man Trilogy from 2002 to 2007, all the way up to. I give the first Spider-Man movie with Tobey Maguire a 5 out of 10. And I'm going to give the sequel Spider-Man 2, have to give that a 3 out of 10 points. Those are the first two Spider-Man movies get. Spider-Man 3, I want to give a 7 out of 10. Honestly, I thought that was as decent as the first Guardians movie, Spider-Man 3. And you're also probably wondering, don't worry, I'm going to go to spoiler territory to this movie franchise. To give you, we'll tell you what goes on in each movie. So, Spider-Man 1's trying to be an origin story, but also trying to be this villain beat-em-up movie of the month with the Green Goblin. Origin story of the Green Goblin 2, while telling the origin story of Spider-Man, while being a summer blockbuster. And somehow it succeeded. Giving us pretty shitty CGI that looks roughly unpolished for its time, and also some scenes didn't feel like some scenes wrinkle throughout here and there. The movie feel like very cut short and edited with the action stuff and some of the drama here and there. And also the spectacle when he's in the Spider-Man costume. Just feels like poorly edited, rushed, and cut short everything. A lot of the things too much together. Is why I give it a 5 out of 10 points. Spider-Man 2002. It's just a below 1 point mediocre. So it's a little disappointing. But it's better than Spider-Man 2. That one was more disappointing because this movie kind of, you know how the original one ended on the note saying that he needs to be a full-time Spider-Man and he can't be with the one he loves? And he's just going to commit to this whole Spider-Man gig. And missions of being Spider-Man. Well, this one kind of retcons it in a different direction. And basically, by the end of the movie, he's with MJ while also being Spider-Man. So it's like, what was the point of not having them together at the end of Spider-Man 1? If we were just going to make a wholly half-baked story where they end up together at the end as a couple, like the comics. Then we have Spider-Man 3 break them up again at the halfway point of the story, once he gets taken over by the black symbiote suit. Then you wonder, why do we ever have them together to begin with? If they were never, why do we have them start on as a thing in Spider-Man 2 to begin with? It was going to be thrown away for Spider-Man 3. And Spider-Man 1 threw it away. That plot thread wasn't an important plot thread, more like an afterthought, big point as Spider-Man to save. MJ was reduced to for Spider-Man 1, and then she became Spider-Man's love interest in Spider-Man 2, then reduced to more of something to save in Spider-Man 3 again. Honestly, I hate this version of MJ with Peter, because I personally think Peter could do so much better than her. As a person that's likable, he could do a better job finding a likable MJ. Why didn't he just stay with Gwen Stacy in Spider-Man 3? she was a more honest person, a better person for Peter than MJ. Might be a little too good for him, but Peter's a shithead by that point, doing that to MJ, like making her jealous and stuff, while dancing with Gwen and using Gwen. So yeah, Gwen's too good for Peter, and so it's almost like shithead and slut belong together, MJ and Peter. And so at the end of Spider-Man 3, they get back having a depressing one-to-one dance, saying if they can never if they may or may not work it out. But then thanks to Spider-Man No Way Home, Tom Holland, Spider-Man 3, we found out they worked out because Maguire told us. While explaining it's the same, we worked it out. Saying that to Andrew Spider-Man. Saying it is possible to be a hero and to have a life of your own. It can be doable. Kind of going against the ethics, the identity of Spider-Man dilemma in the comics, but okay. Spider-Man can do both. Peter Parker and have a life of his own and be his hero. Okay, you're kind of going the opposite route what the comics been trying to do for the earlier decade. Before One More Day screwed everything up, and following One More Day was Brand New Day, and to this day for 616 Spider-Man. Why nobody likes to read him anymore. So, this movie, Spider-Man 2, was 3 points out of 10. That's the one with Doc Ock. Has an origin story again, and Spider-Man is losing his powers and gets him back in the nick of time to go against Doc Ock. Not really explained why he lost his powers, but it's explained in Spider-Man 3 Tom Holland's that was due to PTSD baggage. Of course! You cracked the case, Tom Holland's Spider-Man 3. You're a genius. You're like the next Sherlock Holmes, for God's sakes. With Spider-Man plot holes, finding answers into unexplained reasons of stories. Filling in the gaps of the unexplained stories of Spider-Man 2. Thank you, Spider-Man 3, Tom Holland. No Way Home, thank you. Good job. So that's why I think Spider-Man 2 gets and Spider-Man 2.1 gets I guess Spider-Man 2, the theatrical cut, 3 out of 10. And I guess want to give Spider-Man 2.1, the extended cut of Spider-Man 2, a 4 out of 10. Because it has much more scenes, like 8 minutes added onto the movie, with filling out, fleshing out the characters, why they got why they started getting together at the end with MJ and Peter. It shows more scenes with MJ and Peter and Spider-Man action, just besides that Spider-Man action, and also some more reasons why, moments why Peter and MJ want to be together and end up together, Spider-Man 2. But, so it's 1 point above, the theatrical cut. Spider-Man 2.1. So, I'm giving Spider-Man 3 a 7 out of 10. And Spider-Man Editor's cut of Spider-Man 3, same point, 7 out of 10. Because I think this was the best Spider-Man movie that Maguire played on the big screen with Spider-Man 3, but it's not his best Spider-Man performance or his best Spider-Man role compared to the Spider-Man PlayStation games that he played on the PlayStation, that he played Spider-Man voice for the Spider-Man PlayStation 2 games released on. Those were the best Spider-Man roles, all 3 of them, was the Spider-Man games from PlayStation 2 era, was all 3 installments, or the Spider-Man scripts and roles that played by the same actor, Tobey Maguire, in the games, in all 3 games. He just got better material and for the games than he ever did for the movies, even the best ones, Spider-Man 3. That's why I want to give Spider-Man 3 a 7 out of 10. It's as bit of a letdown like the Guardians trilogy that James Gunn created. But it's not the worst thing in the world. This could have been better. It's not bad, though. It's likable enough to watch more than once. Spider-Man 3. On replay value. But, yeah, this is not the best thing we could have gotten. Neither is the whole trilogy. With Tom Maguire starring. Directed by Sam Raimi. So that's my review on Spider-Man Trilogy with Tobey Maguire. My review on it. Goodbye. Like this video and subscribe to my content to grow my subscribers, my audience. Bye. See you in my next video.